Louise with PD&D TV, and we're here with Pete from Chevrolet, and he's their social media strategist. And Pete, we're gonna go for a ride here. How does that sound?
It sounds great. We're gonna go ride in a Volt electric-driven vehicle, and we're gonna tell you about what we're doing here at South by Southwest.
Awesome. Let's go. So we're in the car now, and Pete's gonna take us for a little spin.
So we powered up.
It's very quiet.
Yes.
There's no rumbling.
There's no rumbling. There's
At all.
no sound of an engine. All of our vehicles are getting much more eco-friendly. It's one of the reasons why we came down here, because our vehicles have become so advanced. We have vehicles that are light hybrids. We have vehicles that are full hybrids like this, full electric, where you have just an electric vehicle or electric engine driving the wheels at all times. And then when you run down on electricity, there's a small gasoline engine that kicks in. So at all times you're running off battery charge.
Why is Chevy at South by Southwest?
Chevy's at South by Southwest because it's a great place, first of all, to get exposure at this level when we get people behind the wheel. But secondly, to be part of this scene where everything is coming together. You've got entertainment, you've got internet, you've got movies, and we feel that we blend well with that. There's a lot of things that we're doing too. As I was mentioning earlier, we can even in the future find a green power grid via the internet and OnStar and charge this vehicle with green energy. So there's just so many things that are happening and so much integration. How do I turn on the AC?
I was just going to say that. It's hot here in Austin.
We've got a couple different programs. We have Drive a Chevy, which is what this program is. So you can line up by the convention center and get in and drive any number of Chevys. We've got 5 here, all the way from the Volt to the Corvette, the Camaro, and so on. We also have Catch a Chevy, which is like a taxi service. And we have 45 vehicles running around that have a Catch a Chevy shine.
What do you think the coolest feature of the Volt is? What's the big, sales factor in it?
Well, lately I've been impressed with some of the customers that have been writing us on our blogs. There's a blog called voltage.com.
Mm-hmm.
And we have people who have owned the car for a whole year, and they're still on the original dealer's tank of gas.
Get out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I ran into a guy in Chicago. He's got 19,000 miles on his vehicle, and he has not gassed it yet.
So it's just, he runs it off of electricity?
Runs electricity, and the way it works is there's a 40-mile range depending on how you use the vehicle. If you're using a high amount of energy, the range will decrease, but or it'll improve if you're driving very smartly, but generally a 40-mile-an-hour range. So if your commute is 10 miles to work and 10 miles back, you're never going to use gasoline. If it's 20 miles and you have a charging station at work, you're never going to use gasoline. So it's just it opens up a whole new arena for transportation. This shows you what's happening with the vehicle in real time in terms of charging. So right now you can see charges coming out of the battery. That's the strength of the battery right now and how well it's charged. And you'll watch when I put my foot on the brake. Now it's generating electricity from the brakes back into the battery. It's
wild.
Recharging the battery. We found that, we could talk all day, we could tweet all day, but it's not until someone gets in a vehicle that they really understand, what's happening.
Well, Pete, thanks so much for taking us around Austin. It was enlightening and really a good time.
Well, thank you for asking, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the Volt as well.
It's great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
When Chesborough came up with the idea and labeled it open innovation, what he was really trying to do is to basically say the world is moving too fast, there's so much technological velocity that you just can't keep up, and you need to be able to open yourselves up to outsiders to help you solve the major problems. How can the world afford not to innovate? As part of the global community, we must push the boundaries to be able to come up with these solutions. Innovation is not just having an idea. It's about turning that idea into reality. It's not just about the process, it's knowing how to mitigate the risks along the way. It's really about developing a certainty about something, knowledge about something, so that you can reduce risks. And not just knowing where the path leads, but where the path ends. Our job as problem solvers is to reduce the risk, and you do that by reducing uncertainty. Having a diverse set of experts in-house is critical. That's why we have microbiology, analytical chemistry, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, physics. By having all these viewpoints, we are able to spot the things, the information, the needs, the gaps in that to be able to solve the problem. That's what we do here at PCD. We create, we test, we build, we refine, we deliver. Finding the answers is in our DNA. Seeking out the best, less risky, most certain solution is what we do. We make the impossible possible, and it works. PCD works.